The Renault 25, introduced in 1984, was a luxury executive car produced by the French automaker Renault. It served as the brand's flagship model throughout the 1980s and early 1990s. The Renault 25 was renowned for its innovative technology, spacious design, and luxurious interior, aiming to compete with established German rivals such as BMW and Mercedes-Benz. Designed to offer a blend of performance, comfort, and advanced features, the car became a symbol of Renault's engineering ambitions. The car featured a sleek, aerodynamic body with a remarkably low drag coefficient of only 0.31, a significant achievement for its time. The 5-door liftback design was both practical and elegant, offering easy access to the rear cargo area. Its distinctive look included large headlights, a slim grille, and smooth lines that contributed to a refined appearance. It received multiple phases, a total of 3, with phase 1 being produced between 1984 and 1988, phase 2 being produced between 1988 and 1990, and phase 3 being produced as the last phase between 1990 and 1992. On the inside, the Renault 25 was a showcase of luxury and innovation. The interior was spacious with ample legroom and comfortable seating. The driver-focused dashboard was designed to improve ergonomics with controls easily accessible. Higher-end versions featured digital displays, an onboard computer, and even a voice synthesizer that delivered warnings about various systems.
Fuel level low. Boot not shut.
Climate control, power windows, and advanced audio systems were standard or optional depending on the trim level. The trim levels were graded in 7 levels in total, with level 1 being the most basic and level 7 being the most luxurious model. Level 1 included power steering, front power windows, and sound system optional. There were no side body cladding or rear window wipers available, and the car had single beam headlights. Level 2 was a bit more luxurious, having power steering, front power windows as well, and this time having a 2-speaker stereo, side body cladding as well, and rear window wiper as standard. The 2-speaker stereo received a 2 6-watt sound system with steering wheel mounted controls, specially designed by Philips for this model, as optional. Level 3 got front and rear power windows, power mirrors, and 2 6-watt Philips sound systems standard. It also had a trip computer and a digital fuel gauge on gasoline versions. It also had anti-lock brakes, air conditioning, and 4 20-watt Philips sound system with steering wheel mounted controls optional. Level 4 had this 4 20-watt Philips sound system standard and express up-down driver's power window standard, and also had dual beam headlights. Level 5 had air conditioning, leather interior, anti-lock brakes, a 7-way powered front seats, adjustable rear headrests, and Elmwood inserts for door panels, gear shift, and gear knobs, for example, standard. Level 6 was even more luxurious with an automatic climate control, cruise control, voice synthesizer, inflatable cushions, memory seat, memory mirrors, power door locks, power trunk release, power trunk close as well as variable assistant, speed sensitive power steering, and an alarm is optional. And the most luxurious option was the level 7 with electronically controlled hydraulic system for the Baccara models, which was a variable rate shock absorption suspension, and this system could be used in one of 2 ways, as sports or automatic. In automatic mode, the electronic module will control 3 shock absorption levels known as comfort, medium, and sport mode, which will be selected automatically in accordance with a strategy taking into account the parameters of vehicle speed, longitudinal acceleration, transverse acceleration, and vertical acceleration, and stoplights. The Renault 25 offered a wide range of engines to cater to various market needs, including both petrol and diesel options. Petrol was between 2 to a 2.8 liter V6, and the 2 liter had power between a 103 horsepower or 120 horsepower, and this engine was known for reliability and moderate performance, with a top speed of 183 km an hour and a 0 to 100 time of 11.5 seconds. The average fuel consumption was around 7.9 liters per 100 kilometers. You also had a 120 horsepower version, and this was a little bit faster with a top speed of 195 km an hour and a 0 to 100 time of 10.7 seconds. For those seeking more power, you had the TI or TXI models with 138 horsepower out of the same 2 liter, but with 12 valves instead of 8, giving the car a top speed of 207 km an hour, a 0 to 100 time of 9.5 seconds, and an average fuel consumption of still under 10 liters, rated at 8.7 liters per 100 kilometers. The 2.2 liter was powered between 109 to 123 horsepower and offered a balance between efficiency and power. Performance-wise, it was actually quite similar to the 2 liter, and eventually it was also succeeded by the 2 liter with 140 horsepower and 12 valves. After the 2.2 liter, you had a turbocharged version, the 2.5 liter V6 turbo. In the earlier model, it had 182 horsepower, a 0 to 100 time of 7.9 seconds and a top speed of 225 km an hour. Later, for phase 3, this was improved to 205 horsepower, a top speed of 235 km an hour, a 0 to 100 time of 7.4 seconds, and still having the same 2.5 liter V6 turbo. But this was mostly offered in the Baccara models. You also had a bigger V6 non-turbocharged engine, which was the 2.8, almost 2.9 liter V6 with 2849 cc's, so it just was a 2.8, almost a 2.9. And this engine had between 144 to 151 horsepower, a top speed of 208 km an hour, and a 0 to 100 time a bit slower than the 2.5, rated at 9.3 seconds. This engine was the most powerful non-turbocharged petrol engine and was developed in collaboration with Peugeot and Volvo as well. As it was a 2.8 liter V6, the fuel consumption was a bit higher, rated at around 10.4 liters per 100 kilometers. And performance-wise, it was actually quite similar to the 2 liter with 12 valves and 140 horsepower. For the Renault 25 there also were diesel possibilities, for example the 2.1 liter diesel, which had power outputs between 64 horsepower in phase 1 to 70 horsepower in phase 2 and 3. This exact engine had a top speed of between 155 to 165 km an hour and did 0 to 100 in between 18.3 to 17.5 for the more output model. This car had a fuel consumption at some point of 6.9 liters per 100 kilometers, really showing its power and unique selling point. Besides the normal diesel, you also had the turbo diesel, which had between 84 and 90 horsepower, and this model was known for fuel efficiency and durability, particularly popular in French and European markets. This engine had a top speed of 172 km an hour and was much faster than a non-turbocharged 2.1 liter diesel, with a 0 to 100 time of only 13.5 to 13.1 seconds. Transmission-wise, the Renault 25 was always paired with a 5-speed manual, never with a 4-speed. Luxury options at this point were either a 3 or a 4-speed automatic. Besides the many different models, you also had different special editions and trim levels to enhance the appeal of the Renault 25. One of those examples is the Renault Baccara, which was produced in 1989, for example. The Baccara trim represented the pinnacle of luxury for the Renault 25. It featured leather seats, wood accents and advanced technology. This version emphasized luxury aimed to rival high-end German executive cars. And this was actually a level 7 car. Besides the Baccara, you also had the TXE and V6 Turbo, and these were performance-oriented models equipped with more powerful engines. They included additional features like improved suspension systems, sportier interiors, and exterior styling enhancements. You never received a station wagon variant, as the Renault 25 was only available as a liftback, but there were conversions to a shooting brake. A station wagon project from the Hulius company based on the limousine was proposed to Renault, who refused it. A kit from the Belgian company EBS, Ernest Ber Systems, which also made the Renault 25 Cabriolet, made it possible to quickly transform a Renault 25 with a tailgate into a Renault 25 shooting brake. This transformation into a shooting brake was carried out on demand in one day for 10,000 francs, but the Salon version, or Salon, never existed and only existed as a digital image and some models here and there. Renault produced approximately 780,000 units of the Renault 25 between 1984 and 1992. The car was primarily manufactured in France and was exported to various European markets, where it gained a loyal customer base. Second-hand, the car also was very successful, as Renault had placed very good engines in the 25s, such as the 2-liter, which was known for its reliability, but Renault also gave the car a good resistance against corrosion, something many manufacturers didn't do in the 1980s. Renault produced 119,000 25s in 1984, 136,972 in 1985, 99,822 in 1986, 95,868 in 1987, nearly 104,000 in 1988, 96,622 in 1989, nearly 71,000 in 1990, a little over 52,900 in 1991, and 6,628 before the end of October in 1992. The Renault 25 was well received for its comfortable ride, spacious interior and advanced features. However, it faced stiff competition from German manufacturers, who were known for their superior build quality and reliability. Despite this, the Renault 25 established itself a strong contender in the executive car segment. The length of the car was around 4.7 meters with a width of 1 meter and 77 centimeters and a height of 1.4 meters. Its wheelbase always was 2.7 meters and the weight was between 1200 and 1500 kilograms, depending on the model. The Renault 25 competed with several notable models in the executive market, including the BMW 5 Series, which was the E28 or E34, which was known for its driving dynamics and build quality, the Mercedes-Benz W124, which was praised for its luxury and durability, the Audi A100 C3, which was recognized for its aerodynamic design and technological innovation, and the Peugeot 605, another French competitor offering similar luxury and performance. The Renault 25 had replaced the Renault 20 and 30 models in the 1980s, and the Renault 20 and 30 had been in production since the mid-1970s and laid the foundation for Renault's move into the executive car market. Eventually, in 1992, the Renault 25 was succeeded by the Renault Safran. The Safran continued Renault's tradition of offering luxurious, technologically advanced executive cars, but featured more modern design elements and improved engineering. Thanks for watching this video. If you would like to see more, don't forget to like and subscribe for more to my channel, and also don't forget to check out this playlist with many interesting videos covering various parts of the automotive industry, and I will see you in the next video.